Hi everyone, it's Kevin and Deborah, and this time we're leaving the Airstream behind for an international adventure, flying to London to visit family in Sheffield,
so easy,
Lincoln and Putney.
Okay, so we're in the Prince's Head, also known as the Crown and Anchor from Ted Lasso. I walked past here every day on my way to school.
And from there it's on to Paris for 3 nights in Montmartre.
It should be at Epcot.
I know.
Because it's just so typically French. I am so here for this. It's so beautiful. I've been to Paris quite a few times and I've never been to Montmartre, so I've never seen this close up.
Then Barcelona for sunshine, tapas and exploring.
So all of the attention is on the Gaudi building, obviously, but look at the one next to it.
We're wrapping it all up with a 13-night cruise back home, stopping in Lisbon, the Azores and Bermuda along the way.
Welcome to the Azores.
It's family, food and plenty of fun. Come along for the journey.
Let's go.
We are so excited about this. I have not been home to England since 2018, so 6 years. And we're going to go see my family. And we're going to take you with us. And it's going to be so much fun. We're on the Brightline, cruising from Orlando to Miami in style. Now, let me tell you, Brightline isn't just any train. It's fast, comfortable and perfect for this route. We're travelling in premium class and the perks are fantastic. Think extra leg room, complimentary snacks and drinks, and access to the exclusive lounge before you board. Plus, the service is top-notch, with a smooth ride and plenty of space to stretch out and relax.
So I'm very impressed with the Brightline train. This is our first time riding it, between Orlando and Miami. Very impressed. The lounge was fantastic. That's if you're in the premium seats. I don't know what it's like for economy. Maybe we should have a walk back there and see. But very impressed. Very clean, very fast, very quiet. Love it.
So one thing I noticed in this first class premium first car is that the conductor is literally blowing the horn at every single intersection. This is complimentary. It's a caprese pesto focaccia sandwich.
What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I like it.
It is. It's very modern. Has flip-flops on the wall and a flamingo in the bathroom. It literally has more space than our Airstream. Good. Let's dump these bags and let's go for a drink.
Let's go.
Beautiful Miami skyline over there. Smashing view of a bus parking lot.
I think we're ready. After juggling the suitcases, we're going for a month, and I'm pretty impressed that we have managed to pack everything for a month in 2 bags. This is the first time that I haven't been super anxious about flying. Last time we went home, it was 2018, and my son actually, very rightly, got cross with me in the airport, told me to just dial it down because my anxiety was so high that I was affecting all of them. So I don't know if it's because, and I talked about my anxiety early when we started traveling, I don't know if it's because we've been doing this for 3 years now, and so I'm constantly on the move, constantly new things, but I feel like it has prepared me better so that I am not so anxious about this. In fact, I'm giddy excited. So let's go to England.
The boarding is now complete.
The easiest and cheapest way to get to King's Cross from Heathrow is the London Underground. Sure, we could have taken the Heathrow Express, which only takes about 15 minutes, but the Piccadilly line is much cheaper and takes around 50 minutes. Perfect for us since we have plenty of time before our train from King's Cross. Once we got to King's Cross, we checked out the famous platform 9 3/4 sign. The line was way too long for a photo, but the shop was still pretty cool. Then it's time to board our train to Newark, and we're off on the next part of the journey. Our first stop in England is in Sheffield to stay with my brother. And of course, the first thing I want to eat while I'm here is fish and chips. We're giving you the full fish and chip experience, Kevin.
Okay.
This is a small chips. This is small.
So this would be like typical English fish and chip.
Yeah, look, wrapped in the
establishment.
paper.
Wrapped in paper.
Oh, look at that. And yours does not have salt and vinegar on. Andrew's and I's does.
Oh, okay.
Okay, to go with this.
We can put salt in yours.
So that's normal, right?
Here's
Salt
yours.
and vinegar.
Yeah, do you want
Lashing.
salt? But
Lashing.
she couldn't do one without the other.
Oh, I see.
Here is your haddock. Look at that.
Wow.
We
All
also
right.
have curry sauce,
Okay.
mushy peas,
I was wondering what the green was.
and gravy.
So that's what a typical.
And then, wait, there's more.
There's more.
Because
Okay.
we wanted you to be able to try. Here's your fish and.
All
We
right.
wanted you to be able to try some other things. This is a fish cake.
A fish cake.
And this is
Okay.
a fish. What did they call it? Like a rizzoli?
Rizzoli? No, don't pronounce the E.
Oh, risole. So anyway, we're going to cut them up so you can try. And this you can't not get.
Ooh, a battered.
Battered sausage.
Handling it so well.
Thank you. Anyway, there you go. A chippy tea.
And a tin of
A tin of
dandelion,
and burdock.
My brother lives in Yorkshire, right next to the Peak District. This area is beautiful. Lots of hills, valleys, and small villages, perfect for a wander. It's actually the first national park in the UK, and it's known for its stunning limestone hills and rugged landscapes. One of the cool spots we checked out was the Broken Road. It's an old section of the A625 that was abandoned after landslides in the 1970s, and instead of fixing it, they just left it to nature. Now it's a quiet, eerie path with amazing views, a real reminder of how the landscape can change over time.
Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. My beautiful niece.
King of the world!
We headed into the town of Bakewell with my brother and niece on a mission for Kevin to try the famous Bakewell tarts.
So, we've been to Bakewell, famous for its Bakewell tarts. But apparently, and this is what, take that one out there, babes.
Okay.
This is what we know as a Bakewell tart. And apparently, it is not completely traditional. This
Is the
is
super
the
traditional.
super traditional Bakewell pudding.
Ooh.
So we're going to compare the two. It's like an almondy thing. Show me
There
what's.
we go.
Has it got some jam in there too?
So there's the
Is
middle.
it Bob Marley? It's got jam in.
Jamming.
All right, take a bite of that, my love.
I want part of the pastry dough. 6, 7.
Okay, not wild. To compare the pudding with the tart.
Here we go. Oh, much better.
Oh.
Much better.
You like the
Oh yeah, that's the winner.
Who would have known years ago something beautiful could take a hold of your world, lead you down that road where you'd never go.
Tell me what's special about this church?
Well, this church in the graveyard of this church is supposedly the grave of Little John, who was a companion, a close friend to Robin Hood.
Most excellent. How beautiful is this? Are you loving Derbyshire?
Very nice.
And this is the Peak District National Park. As well as Little John's grave, this church has another surprise. Inside are these simple wooden thrones that Queen Victoria and Prince Albert actually sat on during their visit. It's amazing to think of the history right here in this little Peak District village. So Little John was supposedly 7 feet tall. Oh, hold up. Say no to crack, kids. For perspective, Andrew is 6 foot how long?
4.
Right.
Thanks. So easy.
So we're introducing our Yorkshire friends to a traditional Cajun gumbo. I'm even wearing my Cajun t-shirt, got the vibes fully into it, whilst I'm drinking a Yorkshire wine.
And that's gonna be our soon-to-be UK
This is my-
style
Yeah,
chicken sausage gumbo.
I'm making the roux now. Andouille sausage is traditionally in it. Couldn't find that, so we went to a farm shop and got these. Oh, it doesn't. Specialty sausage is all it says on it.
Yeah.
So one is cracked pepper sausage, and then the other was a
Was it
piri piri,
peri peri,
which is going to have that kind of Jamaican spice.
right.
Jamaican me
And they don't have
crazy.
any good oils, so we have to use
I had to use extra virgin olive oil, which it's got a kind of a greeny hint, but the smell is disappearing. The roux flavour's coming through.
Right.
I can smell it. But they don't have avocado oil here
Right.
in England, and that's kind of my go-to neutral oil.
right.
And obviously, I'm not using seed oil because it's poison.
After 3 great nights in Sheffield with my brother, it's time to head to my hometown of Lincoln to stay with my mum and dad. And a traditional Sunday roast is awaiting us.
One of the carveries.
So we got pork, ham, and roast beef, cauliflower, broccoli, green beans,
Lincolnshire cauliflower.
Lincolnshire cauliflower. We got some leeks in a white sauce, some potatoes, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, gravy over here,
Parsnips,
Parsnips,
carrots, and
I mean, it just doesn't get much better than this, huh?
No. So not forgetting
We've got 3 meats.
Yorkshire
Pork,
pudding.
ham and beef.
We met up with my oldest friend Karen and her husband Mark for drinks at the Wigan Mitre. This is an old pub perched at the top of Steep Hill, right in the shadow of the cathedral. Karen and I have been friends for our whole lives, and every time we meet, it's like no time has passed at all. Sharing stories and laughter in such a stunning spot makes it an evening to remember.
Look at that. That's the Lincoln Cathedral. Wow, look at that. That's crazy.
These houses were the first houses to be given numbers in the whole of the United Kingdom.
Really?
Everything before that just had a name.
£1.20 for a pack of crisps.
So that's roast beef potato chips. Or crisp.
Pigs in blankets flavour. What?
Ham and mustard.
Roast turkey. Should we get one of each of these and try them?
We
Do you want
should.
to?
It's always interesting to see how grocery stores differ from country to country. And shopping at Tesco's is a reminder of the things I used to pick up when I lived here 16 years ago. It's so fun to spot those familiar items and see how some things have changed.
This is the sweets aisle and biscuits. Biscuits mean cookies, not biscuits.
Yeah. Yeah, if you mentioned biscuits and gravy here, you'd be... Oh.
These are my favourite
Well, get
chocolates in
one.
the whole wide world. This was my school, Lincoln Christ Hospital School. Originally founded in 1529 as a charity school, and before that, before it became a school, the building was actually used as a hospital during both World Wars, providing care to soldiers.
This is my old school. On the cinder track that I used to walk. It's kind of fun being back. It's so strange walking here on my school, on my old school. Had a love-hate relationship with the school. I was bullied something awful. So I hated it, but also loved it. You know how it goes when you're a teenager. Yeah. It's a Mum and Dad have been telling us that the weather is quite mild for this time of year. It should be normally a little bit cooler. It's 51 today in Fahrenheit, which is, I'll put it down here in Celsius because I don't rightly recall, but normally it's a lot colder. But the leaves are all beautiful. You can see the leaves behind me. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, I was just telling Kevin how it's the perfect time to come. It's another month and all the trees would be barren and it'll all be dormant. So this is the perfect time to come here.
Everybody's all sparkly tonight.
This is so fun, Mum.
Sing us a song, the piano man. Sing us a song tonight.
The 5th of November, Bonfire Night, is a big tradition in England, and we were so excited to be here for it this year. Mom and Dad recreated the bonfires from my childhood, complete with soup in mugs and hot dogs around the fire. It was perfect. A wonderful evening full of nostalgia and the best kind of family memories. Bonfire Night, of course, marks the anniversary of Guy Fawkes' failed attempt to blow up Parliament in 1605. A plot that's been remembered with bonfires and fireworks ever since.
They sentenced him to be hung, drawn and quartered, which means you're hung by the neck until you're almost dead, you're cut down, your intestines are taken out, and then your body is quartered and put in different parts of the city to remind people.
So we're just walking from my mum and dad's in Lincoln down the road to the cathedral area. Today's our last day in Lincoln. We've only got, it's already 1 o'clock, 1:30, and we've only got a couple of hours of daylight left. So we thought we'd go and have a walk and have a look at the cathedral. These are the Roman ruins of the East Gate.
Okay, so it was built in 1860, it says.
And that's what it did look like.
Look at that. Pretty impressive.
And that has been there my whole life, well obviously, but like this. I used to walk
Right.
past here, this path here, down there on my way to school.
Yeah, I think. Was it Mick Jagger was about 5 or 10 years old? Yeah. Look at this, so
I
impressive.
love
Look
my
at that.
cathedral.
And this was the tallest building on planet Earth up to a certain time.
Up to a certain time,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
That's Alfred Lord Tennyson. So yeah, 2006, the Da Vinci Code was
Da Vinci
filmed
Code
in
inside
this part of the cathedral, which is called the chapter house. It has all the scaffold on this time, but we actually got to see the front of the cathedral without scaffolding, which is the first time in many years.
Exactly.
You have never seen it without the scaffold on the front.
Right. There's an app that you can use too called Set Jetters, which will give you movie locations. That's a really cool tool to use if you want to kind of seek out these places like
Geek
this.
out on them.
Yeah. You can also set the camera where it has like it superimposes the scene, so you can recreate the scene.
So I used to go to college down there. Was where my college was. That right there is the Bishop's Palace. I stayed there. It's now like when I stayed there, I was doing a school leadership course, and it's kind of like a little hotel situation in there, but it was pretty cool to stay
At the
there.
time, or is it currently a hotel?
It was at the time. It was the Bishop's Palace, and then it became like a hotel. But it's not a hotel so much as like a convention centre, but on a small scale.
Right.
Look how beautiful it is down there.
Wow. Isn't
it gorgeous?
That's the whole Lincoln Cathedral.
Yeah.
And this is
Where that lamppost is, that's where I went to college.
What?
Yeah.
What's the name of it?
Greystone House. So this is where I went to college.
Like these buildings did?
Yeah, this whole building. In fact, I was sitting in that window right there.
Which
the
one?
third one along.
When
I found out that Freddie Mercury had died.
Wow.
Yeah, fun fact. Greystone House, located on Greystone Place near the Lincoln Cathedral, is a historic building dating back to the early 19th century. Originally a private residence, it's since been used for various purposes, including as part of the college campus when I was studying here. All right, let's walk back up to the cathedral.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a fleur-de-lis right in the middle. Who that? Who that?
Fleur-de-lis in the middle of the Lincolnshire flag, which is why it was so wonderful when you and I met, and your Louisiana is the fleur-de-lis, and Lincoln is also the fleur-de-lis.
Not sure the exact year, but I think the cathedral was built in the year like 1012 or 1026.
Well, it took hundreds of years.
Yeah, but
This is apparently most excellent. You got the quarter of an hour, that's the quarter hour. And then for the half hour, it'll do the do, 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 do. It'll add it.
nice.
But this was apparently, and I'll double check this, I'll fact check myself, but I believe that this is one of the better examples of Gothic architecture in Europe. These spires on the top.
Yeah.
And had the spires remained, it would have remained the tallest building in the world for over 600 years. But the tower on the main one crumbled in a storm, came down, or was damaged, they had to take it down. So I think no matter where we travel, this right here, the whole cathedral square, will probably be one of my most favourite places in the whole world. It's just, it has so much history and memory for me. And I mean, we used to come, I walked past here every day on my way to school. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Not only is it a structure that's quite impressive, but wait till you see the details of this. Watch this. Look at that. And closer. Look at that.
The castle was followed in 1072 by the construction of the cathedral.
Okay.
Fire destroyed a large part of the cathedral in 1141, and in 1185 an earthquake destroyed more. So they had to rebuild some of it. So here's what I've noticed. You don't sit at the bar in England. In America, we sit at bars all the time, we're barflies, but here you just get your drinks and then go and sit somewhere else.
Right, just kind of sit at the pubs and stuff.
Lincoln Castle sits across the square from the cathedral and is even older, dating back to Norman times. It's also home to one of the original copies of the Magna Carta. Surrounded by cobbled streets, old shops, and traditional pubs, Castle Square is packed with history and charm. There's the cathedral through there, and there's the castle. I'm a little sad because I've just said goodbye to my mum and dad. But we had a great time, and now we're going to London to stay with my sister. Still a little emotional. Stay with my sister for 3 nights. So I'm so excited. I haven't seen them for 6 years. I haven't seen my nieces and nephews for 6 years, so it's going to be amazing to see them. Welcome to England in the fall, a permanent grey blanket. I think we've had one day where we saw blue sky, and that was the day we went to the Peak District with Andre. The second day, or the day after we arrived. Otherwise, it's been great. That's okay. We've had an incredible few days in Lincoln, and now it's time for the next chapter of this adventure. Join us in our next video as we explore Richmond. If you're a fan of Ted Lasso, you won't want to miss it.